Hi guys, welcome to or welcome back to my YouTube channel. If you're new here, hi, hello, I'm Brianna, and today we are going to be doing a little collective book haul that I have, and honestly, it's not like that little. I have 10-ish books here, maybe more. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I have 11 books here. About half of them I bought myself, and then the other half were sent to me. So these are just books that I've been receiving over the last few weeks this month, and I just wanted to share it with you. Some of them are new books that came out, some of them aren't so new, some of them are new releases that haven't even come out yet. I love to watch book haul videos so that it gives me some more ideas for books that I want to add onto my radar. So hopefully you also enjoy this video. And let's just get started. I think, should I show you the books that got sent to me first or the books that I bought myself first? It doesn't really matter. I'll just do the ones I got myself. So for book of the month, for what month is it? It's still March. It's like the middle of March. I don't know why I thought it might be April. My book of the month pick for March was Wild Dark Shore, which, can we just talk about how pretty this is? I love it. But I think this one is about a family who lives on like an Antarctic island. Is that even a thing? Am I making this up? Yes, a tiny island not far from Antarctica. So this family is like a caretaker of this island, and now I think there is someone who is like floating ashore and they're going to help her. Yeah, so there was a huge storm and this random woman washes ashore and they're like, oh my gosh, we need to help take care of her. And this woman at first I think is like, okay, this is great, these people are taking care of me. But then she starts learning some interesting and questionable things about this family, and she's like, I need to get out of here, I need to get away from them. But she's literally on a tiny island by Antarctica. I don't know my geography super well around Antarctica, but I don't think there's really anything super close by. And also it's just very dangerous down there. I mean, it's frigid, so not great traveling conditions. So I think this is supposed to be like a technically contemporary fiction, but with some thriller aspects. I saw really good early reviews on this, and then I always like to check the Goodreads reviews before I make my book of the month selection, and this one had really good reviews. I am very excited. Stay tuned to see me read this one and get my reactions and my thoughts in an upcoming video. And then with my book of the month subscription this month, I got to do God of the Woods as an add-on because this is their book of the year. So it's this really pretty special edition of it. It has this gold emblem here. And then also on the back, not sure how well you can tell, but it has the little Book of the Year award on it. And I think, if I'm remembering correctly, this one is supposed to be like a magical realism with thriller aspects. Let me tell you my beef with this book, because originally, I don't remember what month it was, but some month in the summer, this was one of the monthly selections from Book of the Month, and I wanted to get this one. But tell me why, when I went to add it, like, as my Book of the Month, it was like, actually, if you add this one, it's not going to ship till, like, the end of the month. And I was like, I don't want to wait till the end of the month to get my Book of the Month. Like, why aren't you shipping it to me now? It's literally the Book of the Month selection. So, long story short, I decided to choose a different month, or a different book for that month, because this one wasn't going to ship, but I wanted it. I've wanted to read it since I saw it as a selection however many months ago. So when I saw that it won the Book of the Year award and that I'd be able to add it for free to my March Book of the Month, I was like, immediately add. But yeah, I think this one is about these teenagers who are like at a summer camp and then they go missing, and that's all I really know. But honestly, I feel like a lot of people already know about this book because it was very popular at the time when it came out, and I feel like it just kept on going, the popularity. I mean, I have heard somewhat mixed reviews, but honestly, I feel like whenever there is a big popular book, obviously there's going to be mixed opinions because there's so many people reading it. Like, they're not all going to be good, they're not all going to be bad. That's just how it is. Whereas, like, if you read something that's newer with not a lot of reviews, usually it leans one way or the other. But I'm very excited to read this. I don't know when exactly I'm gonna read it, honestly. I'm kind of intimidated to read this copy of it because it's so beautiful, but I'm going to. Another book that I got for myself was Maybe in Another Life by Taylor Jenkins Reid. This is the last Taylor Jenkins Reid book that I needed in this, like, I don't really know what to call it. Not like her Malibu or Hollywood series, but more so just like her contemporary romance series. And when I say series, I don't even mean series, I just mean like the world. I don't know. Hopefully you guys know what I mean if you're a Taylor Jenkins Reid fan. So I think in this one, the main character, Hannah, is kind of not sure what she's really doing with her life. She has no idea what she wants out of life. And at this party or something, she is given the option if she wants to stay with her friend or if she wants to go home with a guy. But in this book, she gets to live out both of those and see what happens. What happens if she just goes home and what happens if she goes out. So she gets to live these two different paths of her life. And I just think that sounds so interesting. I'm not really sure how I'm gonna like this because I feel like I'm gonna love one of the paths more than the other. And it's like, what if that's not the one she ends up choosing? I don't know. I am hoping to read this one really soon because I just love Taylor Jenkins Reid. And again, I think the premise sounds very unique, very cool. And then I have The Paradise Problem by Christina Lauren. This is the paperback that just came out recently. Let me tell you, I have been waiting for like a year for this book to come out in paperback because all my other Christina Lauren books are in paperback, so I didn't want to buy the hardcover. I don't like when they don't match, okay? But I have heard so many amazing things about this book for the past year, so I was like, I really need it. I really, really want to read it. But I've been waiting, so I finally got it, and guess what? I'm probably gonna wait even longer to read this because my husband and I might be going to Hawaii this summer, so if we do end up going to Hawaii, I want to bring it with on that trip. But if we don't end up going to Hawaii, I'll probably read it sooner. But I think this one is like a marriage of convenience, fake dating, and the male main character needs to bring his fake wife on vacation to this private island that his family owns to basically be like, oh yeah, this is my wife, give me my inheritance. I've heard a lot of people say this is really funny and their favorite Christina Lauren book. I mean, other than Love in Other Words. It just sounds like the perfect beachy rom-com. Hence why I want to read it on a beach in Hawaii. We shall see. I'll keep you updated on that. And then the last book here that I got for myself is Wild Love by Elsie Silver. This is another one that just came out, and this is the third book of the Rose Hill series by her. I am obsessed with this green cover. I think it's such a pretty color. And this is supposed to be a marriage of convenience, fake dating. I think one of them was a single parent, like before they got married. I don't know if they were just like a legal guardian. Yes. The female main character is the legal guardian of her nephew, and she has to marry her enemy and able to like get that custody of her nephew, I think. I am so excited for this. I have absolutely loved Wild Love and Wild Eyes by Elsie Silver. I just eat up her books, honestly. I will tell you one thing though, like, let me show you. So here's my copy of Wild Love, and then here's my copy of Wild Eyes. I have the arc of it, but wait. Okay, so when you put the books together, they're supposed to make like a pretty mountain picture on the spine, but since I have an arc of Wild Eyes, it's ugly. So that is definitely a bummer, but I love these colors. It literally looks like rainbow sherbet, and I'm obsessed. It's fine that we don't have the pretty mountain for Wild Eyes. Ew, also it just says a 2 on it. I didn't even look at that before, but that also bothers me. Okay, the more I'm looking at it, the more this whole thing is bothering me, but it's fine. Whatever, I just wanted to show you that. Now for the books that have been sent to me, I'm going to start with my favorite one. Sorry, not saving best for last this time, you guys. I'm just so excited to show it. This got sent to me by the publisher, HarperCollins. This is I think it's like the first special edition of the Poppy War, if I'm correct. But look at this, and then the back of the dust jacket as well, and then the spine, or not spine, the sprayed edges. It's beautiful. Let me show you more of this one because there is a lot going on. So here's the whole dust jacket when you take it off, and then underneath it's not just like a naked bare book. It's stunning with the foiling. And then you have these end pages. And so much artwork throughout the book. Let me just find a few to show you. And it has the little built-in ribbon tassel bookmark. I cannot wait to read this series. It is a fantasy trilogy, and if you guys have been keeping up with my reading vlogs, you'll know that I read my first book by R.F. Kuang, and it was Yellowface, and I absolutely loved it, so I was like, I need to read every other book that she has written, and she has quite a few. This series being one of them, and then also Babel, and then another one coming out the end of the year, I think. But this one, the Poppy War series, has been on my radar for like 2 years. And when HarperCollins was like, hey, can we send this to you? I was like, this is my sign that I need to read it. I am just obsessed. And then a book that I got sent to me from my wish list is Ledge by Stacey McEwen. This is the first book of the Galatian trilogy. This is a romantasy, and it says, with a slow-burning romance, high stakes, and even higher rewards, this richly created new fantasy series by popular TikToker Stacey McEwen will keep you gripped to the very end. It says, in a place known as the Ledge, a civilization is trapped by a vast chasm and sheer mountain face. Rations are small, living is tough, and there is no escape without befalling a deathly drop. What's more, every season the people must present themselves as a sacrifice to the Galatians, mysterious and vicious winged creatures who reside beyond the Ledge. Dawson has so far avoided the annual culling, but her luck has run out. She is ripped from her icy home with no idea what will happen to her. Enslaved, murdered, worse. Fortunately, a half-Galatian called Ryan offers to help them both escape, but how can she trust one of the very creatures that plagued her life? Dawson is a survivor, and she's not afraid to cut anyone down to live. Sounds like we could have some enemies to lovers in there. This is another book that has been on my radar for, I want to say, almost 2 years, so I just cannot wait to read this. And again, so pretty. I think the first 2 books are out, but the third one isn't. Correct me if I'm wrong. I definitely want to read this one soon. And then these next 4 books were all sent to me by Berkeley Publishing. The first one I have here is The Geographer's Map to Romance, and I love this cover with the green and the gold. So pretty. This is a little interconnected standalone, I think like somewhat fantasy series, historical fantasy rom-com. The first book is an ornithologist's field guide to love. I'm not sure if you have to read them in order. I do want to read that one first though. But this one says geography professors in a failed marriage of convenience inconveniently reconnect for an emergency mission. That sounds so fun. I feel like this and the first book in the series are definitely ones that I could just eat up because I love a fantasy aspect, but if it's like fun and not super high stakes, I can just fly through it. Oh, the author of Bridgerton has a blurb, and she said, a funny, cozy romantasy with a splash of Indiana Jones. Cute. Then I have Swept Away by Beth O'Leary, and this cover, obsessed. Once again, I feel like this is one I would have to bring with to Hawaii because it just kind of fits the vibes. Lost at Sea with Your One Night Stand. This one says, 2 strangers find themselves stranded at sea together in this epic love story. Zeke and Lexi thought it would be just a night of fun. They had no intentions of seeing each other again. Zeke is only in town for a few days to buy back his late father's houseboat. Lexi has no time for dating when she needs to help take care of her best friend's daughter. Going back home with a stranger seems like a perfect escape from their problems, but a miscommunication in the dark, foggy night means no one tied the houseboat to the dock. The next morning, Zeke and Lexi realize all they can see is miles and miles of water. Honestly, this might give me anxiety because, like, one of my biggest fears is the ocean. And you're probably like, why do you like going to the beach? Yeah. I like sitting on the beach. I don't like going in the water and swimming in the ocean because it terrifies me. And like being lost at sea, nope. Just let a shark come eat me because I don't want to deal with that. With just a few provisions on the idle boat, Zeke and Lexi must figure out how to get back home. But aside from their survival, they're facing another challenge. Because when you're stuck together for days on end, it gives you a lot of time to get to know someone and to fall in love with someone. Aw, this sounds really sweet. Aside from the panic attack. Okay, I feel like maybe I shouldn't read this one like traveling to Hawaii and in Hawaii. We might have to read this one after I would get back home safely. Then we have No Ordinary Love by Maya Ariel, and this one says a PR partnership between a pop superstar and a pro athlete bad boy turns into so much more in this swoony romance. Why does this kind of sound like, you know, when Taylor Swift and Travis Kelce started dating and everyone thought it was a PR stunt, but it's like, why would Taylor Swift and Travis Kelce need a PR stunt? Like, they're already very famous in their professions. But just the idea, like, a PR partnership between a pop superstar and a star athlete, where'd they get the inspo for that? It says Ella Simone's pop star life is what dreams are made of. Her 8-year marriage and business partnership with renowned music producer Elliot Majors has helped garner the hits, awards, and adoring fans to prove it. But when Ella tires of Elliot's many infidelities, she decides to fight for her independence despite the ironclad prenup that threatens her career. Ella is under strict orders to stick to the plan. No headlines, no rumors, and no rocking the boat. But this strategy is at risk after an awards show wardrobe snafu and quick rescue by Miles Westbrook, MLB's most eligible player, sends the tabloids into a frenzy. Now the pressure is on to turn a scandal into an opportunity and give their respective management teams what they want. A picture-perfect performance that will shore up both Ella and Miles' reputations. As the line between reality and PR begins to blur, Ella will either stick to the choreographed life she knows so well or surrender to love that could set her free. Okay, this sounds pretty good, not gonna lie. I mean, they've all sounded good, so I don't know why I'm like, this one sounds really good. I don't know. I just really like the concept of the pop star and then pro MLB player. And the last book from Berkeley is Vera Wong's Guide to Snooping on a Dead Man. Honestly, I have no idea what this is about. I think Vera Wong, like these books, are in kind of a little series though. I think like a suspenseful mystery or cozy mystery. Oh yeah, it says Vera Wong is back and as meddling as ever in the follow-up to the hit, Vera Wong's unsolicited advice for murderers. Ever since a man was found dead in Vera's tea house, life has been good. For Vera, that is. She's surrounded by loved ones, her shop is bustling, and best of all, her son, Tilly, has a girlfriend. And thanks to Vera, because Tilly's girlfriend is none other than Officer Selena Gray, the very same Officer Gray she has harassed while investigating the tea house murder. Still, Vera wishes more dead bodies would pop up in her shop, but one mustn't be ungrateful, even if one is slightly bored. So it seems like we definitely have kind of a funny mystery on our hands here. And I don't think you necessarily need to read the other books. It's kind of an interconnected standalone. Then Vera comes across a distressed young woman who's obviously in need of her kindly guidance. The young woman is looking for a missing friend. Fortunately, while Kat sitting at Tilly and Selena's, Vera finds a treasure trove, Selena's briefcase. Inside is a file about the death of an enigmatic influencer who also happens to be the friend of the young woman who is looking for. Online, Xander had it all. A parade of private jets, fabulous parties with socialites, and a burgeoning career as a social media influencer. The only problem is, after his body is fished out of the water at Mile Rock Beach, the police can't seem to actually identify him. Who was Xander Lynn? Nobody knows. Every contact is a dead end. Everybody claims not to have known him, even his parents. Vera is determined to solve Xander's murder. After all, doing so would surely be a big favor to Selena, and there is nothing she wouldn't do for her future daughter-in-law. Okay, this one sounds very, very interesting. So that is the end of my haul here, you guys. I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope it maybe gave you some new books that you want to look out for in the future to pick up. I do a lot of reading vlogs on my channel, so chances are you will see me reading these, and if not, I do reading updates on books that I don't read in my reading vlogs, so you literally get a review of every single book that I read. So if that doesn't give you a reason to subscribe, oh, all the books fell on me. In all seriousness though, guys, please give this video a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel if you want to see more of my book content. Comment any videos you would like to see from me in the future, and I will see you next time. Bye!